Hi Year 1, today we are learning about repeated addition and how we can use that to help us solve multiplication facts, especially when we have a number line. We can use our knowledge of skip counting by 2, 5 and 10, which are the 3 skip counting patterns we learned in Year 1, to help us with our multiplication. In Year 1, we don't yet learn our times tables. You learn your times tables in Year 3. In Year 1 and 2, we focus on other strategies from our strategy backpack to help us solve multiplication questions, like using a number line, using repeated addition, using a picture, and using your toys like you did the other day in Teddy School. All right, number lines can help us with our multiplication. If a teacher has 4 packets of pens and there are 5 pens in each packet, the question might say, how many pens are there? Here's our big maths word, all together. If I was to write that as a times table, I would write 4 times 5. Let's do some arm games. Can you show me equals, times, plus, times, plus, times, plus. There's only a little difference between those two. Divided by, or division, with the dot above and below. We've been learning about that one. Subtract, take away, minus, lots of words for the same thing. How might you show this times table or work it out using some repeated addition on a number line? This is a number line. It's got all my numbers along a line. If I were to have 4 groups of 5, when I see the times symbol, that just means groups of. So instead of saying 4 times 5, I can also say 4 groups of 5. That's another word for this symbol. 4 groups of 5, if I were to draw a picture, it would look like this. And a picture would be a great strategy to use from my strategy backpack to solve this question. I could draw my 4 groups. Here's a group 1, here's a group 2, here's a group 3, here's a group 4. I've got 4 groups and I've got 5 pens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how I could show 4 groups of 5 in a picture. I could also show 4 groups of 5 on a number line by jumping 5 4 times. Remember, in times, those two numbers can swap around. I can have 4 times 5 or 5 times 4, and they're both going to equal the same thing. It doesn't matter what order these two numbers are in. So here's a group of 5, and I'm going to do 4 jumps of 5. 4 groups of 5. 1 group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5, 4 groups of 5. And can you see I matched my picture? I jumped the same amount of times as groups in my picture. The number I landed on at the very end is 20, which means my answer, which comes after the equals sign, is 20. I could also work that out by counting all together how many pens I have in my picture. I could count by ones. Count with me. We're going to count really fast. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you keeping up? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Or I could use my skip counting by 5 to help me. Count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20. I could show this question using a tally because I know my tallies are in bundles of 5 as well. In maths, there's lots of different ways to show and represent a question and to work the answer out. That's why we have our strategy backpack with all the different options, different ways we can work out the answer. Let's do another question together. In a PE lesson, a class of children is split into 7 groups of 3. How many children are there in the class? Remember, when I've got a word problem in maths, my steps are: number 1, read the question. Number 2, circle the numbers. And number 3, do a wiggly underline underneath the main part of the question telling me what I need to do. So let's 1, read it. In a PE lesson, a class of children is split into 7 groups of 3 children. How many children are there in the class? Can you point to where the numbers are in that word problem? Here, 7, and here, 3. Sometimes my numbers are written in letters just to be confusing, and you have to be an extra clever detective to try and find them. Can you point to what you would do a wiggly underline underneath? The main part of the question telling you what to do. They've done it in bold. Bold is this extra black writing to help us out, so that was helpful. How many children are there in the class? And a little hint is the part of the question telling you exactly what to do. Usually ends in the question mark and starts with something like how many. So here are my numbers, 7 and 3. So they're going to become the numbers in my number sentence. What's a number sentence? Call it out. A sentence with only numbers and symbols. Well done. So here's my word problem, and here's my number sentence. So I took the numbers out of my word problem, 7 and 3, and I plugged them into my number sentence to make them match. And now I'm going to draw a picture to help me work out the answer. I need 7 groups because remember the time symbol means groups of. So this reads as 7 groups of 3. Let's see, have I got 7 groups? 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5, 6, 7. Good, I made 7 groups. Did I put 3 in each group? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I did. So I've made 7 groups of 3. This is how I would show that in a picture. Let's see how I would show that now on a number line. How many jumps do I need to have? I need 7 jumps. How many numbers in each jump? 3. So I need to go up by 3 7 times. I've gone up by 3 once, up by 3 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. And whatever number I land on at the end, once I've done my 7 jumps in groups of 3, that's going to be my answer. And I write my answer after my equals sign in a number sentence. 6 times 10. Here I've got my times table fact, and I know some people in our class are quite clever and they've already gone on with year 3 and 4 work and started learning their times table facts. Maybe they've learnt them with a song, maybe they've learnt them with flashcards, maybe they've done some worksheets to help them at home. But we do not need to know our times tables in year 1, but some people I know in our class will already know, quick smart, the answer to this in their head with their mental maths. But I want to make sure that you not only just have memorized your times tables, but you can also turn them into a picture, show them on a number line, and write them as repeated addition. How would you show 6 groups of 10 on a number line? Remember, I read the X as groups of, 6 groups of 10. That means I need to have 1 group of 10. That means I go up by 10. And I need to do that how many times? 6 times. Let's do it all together. 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10, 3 groups of 10, 4 groups of 10, 5 groups of 10, 6 groups of 10. That means I can stop and whatever I've landed on is my answer. And I write my answer after the equals sign. I can also use my skip counting by 10 as a strategy from my strategy backpack to help me work out the answer. I know how to skip count by 10. And to solve 6 groups of 10, all I need to do is skip count by 10. How many times? 6 times. So let's skip count by 10 6 times. 10, count with me, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I've got my 6 fingers up. That means I did it 6 times and I used my fingers to check and I landed on the number 60. in maths, it's important to check our answers by using a different strategy from our strategy backpack to make sure we get the same answer twice. That way we know we got it correct. All right. I want you to draw me to solve 4 questions on Seesaw on a number line. Now I'm going to put up on Seesaw these questions and some number lines, and I'd like you to draw the hops along the number line to solve them and draw a picture underneath to solve them. So you're showing me that you can use pictures to help you solve multiplication facts and use number lines to help you solve multiplication facts. Have fun with your learning today, Year 1. Go and check out that activity on Seesaw and complete it, please. Bye!